Hello, today is Friday and today is the day I'll be making the Ethel top. So I've started, if you hear a slight noise, I've started my projector for sewing, and let me see if I have enough fabric for this project. And I have to also look at the instructions more thoroughly. You can check out the making of the Florence Gored Skirt that I made on the previous video. Just hop on my channel and look at the videos I've made already. Let's start. There you can see the projector hanging off the wall, and it projects the pattern directly on the fabric. It's already turned on, but you cannot see the lines because I have to make the room dark, you know. This is on my computer. The pattern is already there and it projects directly on the fabric. I cut it out and then make the Ethel top. It is dark now in my sewing room. I just put on one light for you to see better. There you go. It looks like this now. This is one of the center patterns, center panels. I think it's backside, and you also have a test square where you can check if the test square lines up with your cutting mat perfectly. If it doesn't, don't cut the fabric because you'll have the wrong size of the garment. I have sped up this process of cutting out the pattern pieces. Here you can see me adjusting the projector, but I'm sorry for the movement of the camera because it is attached to the table on which I'm leaning, so it moves a little. I've cut out one piece now, and I also am adjusting the fabric and marking out the notches. You'll see me do all of that. It is important to copy all the notches that are indicated in the pattern, and you also have to be aware of where the warp and weft of the fabric are to align those with the indicated arrows on the pattern. And I have to say it is quite common for the patterns to say how much fabric you need, and just to make sure the pattern makers say it's more fabric needed than it actually really is, and which is also the case with the Ethel top. At this point I'm asking you, how do you cut out the pattern pieces? Are you assembling the printed paper and then cutting the size out and then putting it to the fabric, or do you use maybe projector files like I do? Maybe you are a fan of pattern magazines like Board and Sew and do that kind of thing. Tell me about it. How do you do it? In this video you also see which pattern pieces are needed for the Ethel top, which are interfaced with fusible interfacing, and how do you assemble the Ethel top. I will not walk you through every stitch, but if you watch the video to the end, you'll be able to make the Ethel top too. Here I have cut out all the pieces. This is center back, center sides 2 times, arm facings, back neck facing, interfaced with fusible interfacing, center front, 2 front sides, neck facing interfaced, and 2 hem facings. Now I have serged all the necessary edges and I have stitched together the facings for the neck and the bottom facing, the hem facing. Now I'll put those parts together, front to front here and here, matching the notches, and also for the back side, attach the facing, do some understitching, and we'll be done. A really quick project to make. When you'll be matching the notches on the seams that are like diagonal on the front and on the back, you'll have like this small triangle like this poking out on the front and on the back, on the center here and here too, but that's supposed to be like this, because when you turn it open, the bottom will match. I have sewn the sides to the center front and center back. Now I'm gonna do the stitches here and here, and then the side. I will attach then the arm facings, the neck facing, and the bottom facing. Here you can see I've attached the neck facing to the front side of the garment, and I will sew it on and then do an understitching. The understitching is done. Here I have a little pucker. I won't worry about it too much because I will try to iron it out, but understitching is seen on the inside, and on the outside there's no visible stitch, but probably I will stitch the facing down all around. And I'll do the same for both of the arm facings. The microphone died on me. Here I'm showing you how I attached the armhole facings to the front and the back. I do not prefer using pins, I prefer using those wonder clips. And now I'm showing you, this is the front and this is the back side, and I've matched the notches here. On the back there are 2 notches, on the front there are no notches. So by the notches you'll know what goes where. There you can see how my almost finished Ethel top looks like. I've shortened it for 2 inches or 5 centimeters. And I also have some puckers when I sew on the facing, I think here or maybe here, I cannot see here. And I will undo this and repair the stitches. The top is done. I'm showing you I repaired the puckers on the neckline. The armholes are just big enough and the length is great. The top with the gored skirt I made on the last week makes a beautiful set, I think. Stick to the end, I'll show you a little surprise. But let me show you, I made another Ethel top because I had just about enough of this dark green linen. It was almost enough except for the bottom hem, which I hemmed just like this, turned around. And I made use out of this many decorative stitches you have on your sewing machine. So I made those crosses along the front and the back side in a different color thread, like salmon orange. And I think it makes a very good embellishment for this kind of top. I missed something like this on the orange top, which is now in the laundry. And yeah, so I made 2. I loved it so much, I made 2. The next project you'll see me making will be the Macy top, not the Maisa denim jacket. It will be later on. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment. A comment is always welcome. Thank you for watching. Bye.